It's your favorite photography teacher, Mr. Nurburn. Today I'm going to show you how to make a multiple exposure image using layers in Photoshop. We start by opening up Photoshop and go in the upper right to New File, upper left. From here, you can save all sorts of different presets. I generally type in my width and my height. In this case, I want your width to be 10, your height to be 8. Your resolution will be 300, which is, of course, the standard for printing. Color mode RGB, background contents can be white. Hit create. Now, you have a blank canvas that you can import different photos into and apply all sorts of different Photoshop effects. I'm going to open up two different photos that I want to layer. I go to File, Open, and I navigate to two images that I want to use. Let's use this one and this one. Perfect. If I press Shift and click both of them, I will be able to select both of them and hit Open. Great. Now you can see that I have my three different tabs open with my different files, kind of like different tabs on a web browser. By default, your image is created as a layer right here, and it is automatically locked. In order to transfer an image into our canvas that we created, we need to unlock it. The first step is to just double click. When I double click, it kind of creates it as a new layer rather than a background layer. I just hit OK and it turns into layer 0. I can go to image select all. Where is it? Select all. Yep. Or Command A. And you'll see the little crawling line of ants around my image. Edit, copy. Now, if I go over to this canvas that we created and I go to Edit, Paste or Command V, this sort of thing for this assignment, don't worry about it. It's asking about color profiles. We're just going to say OK. Great. It has imported my image. As you can tell, my image was a lot bigger than my canvas. So it's only showing me part of it. But don't worry, it's all there. What you want to do is transform the image. If you go to Image, where is it? Edit, Transform. That's right. If you go up to Edit, Transform, Scale, or you could also do Free Transform. But in this case, we'll do Scale. You'll see the footprint of that image actually appears. You can grab the corner and drag it to be as big or as small as you want on our canvas. Drag it so that it covers up the entirety of the canvas and press the return button. Great. If you look over here in the Layers module, you will see our different layers that we have here. Our white background layer, which is still underneath, and then layer 1, which is our photo. The next step is to import the next image and lay it on top as a different layer. Do the same thing here. Select all, edit, copy. Now we go back here, we go to Edit, Paste. Again, we say OK. There it is. In this case, it's a little bit smaller than our canvas, so we need to grow it. Edit, Transform, Scale. We can grab this picture of Barrett and make it so that it covers up our entire canvas and press Return. Now, The image of Garrett underneath didn't go away. As you can see, it's still in our layers right here. If I were to hit this little eye, this toggles my visibility and allows me to hide or make visible certain layers. The layer with Barrett is our top layer, which means that's the one that we're able to see. If I were to grab it and drag it underneath the image of Garrett, you see what happens? Whatever image is on top, or excuse me, whatever layer is on top is what you see. But we are going to adjust the opacity of this top layer so that we can see through it. Opacity is another word for how see-through something is. If you look right here, it says opacity 100%. If I grab this and drag it down, look what happens. It becomes transparent so that I can see through it, revealing layer 2, the image of Barrett, underneath. If I want a little more, I can do a little more. If I want a little less, I can do a lot less. That's one way of making a double exposure. The other method is to use a blending mode. Right here where it says normal with a little down arrow, these are our different blending modes. Blending modes are kind of mysterious. They have lots of different ways of affecting images. Some of them affect no part of the image. Some of them only affect the highlights. Some of them only affect the shadows. And on and on. You can see the effect of all of them. You'll find that there's certain ones that you prefer over others. You can also combine this with cranking down the opacity to create all sorts of different effects. When you've decided that you're done and you think it looks good, go up to File, Save As. Here you can pick your different file types. Format, see there's these different ones. If you hit Save a Copy, you'll be able to save a copy of it as a JPEG, which is how I want you to turn it in to me. Under Save a Copy, go to Format and select JPEG. From here, give it a name. Select where you want to save it to. In this case, Photo 3 Portrait Assignment, and hit Save. Then the JPEG options window appears. From here, you can drag the quality up and down, and you'll see right here, your file size will change. In general, you can crank your file quality down to about a 7 and not see any difference with your own eyes. That's usually what I would encourage people to do. Save it at quality 7 and hit OK. Then we can minimize our Photoshop window. We can go in and look. Where did I put that? In this folder, I have multiple exposure.jpg. And there we go. That's how you do it. Good luck.